What's going on? Welcome back, my disciples, to
The unknown.
we are here once again on Jigsaw Adventures 2.0. Now, you may notice I have a little extra loot compared to last time. So, well, a bunch. I got a bunch of backpacks. So, that structure over there in the distance, okay, I did one off camera. Not that one, but I did one off camera. They basically, I thought they were a boss area, so I saved and whatnot before I went up to it. It is not a boss area. So it's more or less an above ground trial tower instead of like a trial chamber. And it was actually super cool because it was like 6 floors, I think, along those lines, and it was a bunch of different kinds of mobs. So the first floor was fairly simple. It was zombies and skeletons. I was like, oh, this is easy. And then as I kept getting up, it kept getting harder and harder. Hence why there's so much loot in it. I've gotten to the point with my loot that I need to find a place to live before. Oh my god, that's a trident. Hold on. I gotta swim. Hold on. Clutch up, clutch up. The moment I saw him peek out with that trident, those things will hurt, especially if it's the drown. Okay, we're good. Anyways, don't forget, we are not only in a hardcore world, but because it's hardcore, the difficulties automatically set to hard. So, you know, I'm very cautious. That tower was not easy. Super cool though. So if I remember correctly, I'm not gonna remember all the floors in what order, but it was zombies and skeletons, and then Blaze were a floor with wither skeletons, Vindicators and the little Johnny guys. I know that's not what they're called, but here's Johnny, you know. There's a little Easter egg for them in this anyway, so why not call them that? That was one floor, which actually came in clutch, because I don't think I would have successfully finished it if I didn't have that floor. Since there was the Vindicators and a bunch of them spawned just like a hard raid would, I was able to get a bunch of Totems of Undying, which helped, because I went from that to Husks, which was probably the easiest floor, which are the desert zombies that just give you hunger. And then there was also witches on one floor, which I thought I was gonna die. Had a totem, it did pop, but thankfully I did not, because most of the time witches will just poison you, and then that's about all they'll do to you. But a couple of them threw instant damage potions. Let's see. Then there was, I'm trying to remember all the mobs. We'll have to go through one on video too, so that's why I don't want to go through anymore and loot them yet. Mainly so I can do one on camera, but also so I can have a place to store my loot before I do another one. Currently I'm traveling in a very specific direction, so because this is a custom world with better on Bedrock, I wanted to see if the seed was fairly accurate on seed chunk. So I'm just trying to find a plains biome, and looking at it, I mean, it looks fairly accurate to the biomes at least, which is good, because that's all I need it for. All the structures that are new and everything, they're not going to pop up in seed chunk because this is so specific to better on Bedrock, and I don't need it for that. You know, I just need it so I can try to find a plains biome, because although I could do an underground house, I don't necessarily want to do an underground house. I don't want to do an air base. They're too much of a pain in the butt to do. I may eventually add some additions to the air that I have to fly to or whatnot, but I want like a nice solid plains biome that I don't have to carve out too much to make my home, basically. Because, oh, hold on, let me eat a baguette. It's a baguette. Anyways, yeah, so looking at the seed chunk, it was fairly accurate to my surroundings, because I spawned in a savanna. I don't care for acacia wood, that's why I was not wanting to build there. And then all around that was the deserts, and then the badlands, the red sand areas, all that. So I was just trying to find a plains. That's, you know, my preferable biome to build in. I'll occasionally build in spruce, but in my opinion, I don't really care for spruce biomes. Or sorry, I guess technically it's a tundra because of the snow. Spruce wood is pretty, I just don't care for the snow. My favorite wood is obviously cherry blossom, which is why I have, I think, in one of my backpacks, a stack or 2 of planks and some saplings. So once I find a plains biome, I can get my trees a growing. I think what I'll do is something similar to what I did in my other world, with cherry blossom and everything. The hard thing is, if I want to stick to cherry blossom, I have to, my furniture pack that I use I can't do cherry blossom furniture yet. Or sorry, not cherry blossom, pale garden. So since it's still a newer, whatchamacallit, newer update, if you would, not super new, but new into the sense that, oh my god, that was a drown that I just swam by. Yeah, okay. Newer to the furniture pack add-on, so I could double check and see if it was updated or not. I don't know if it was, and if it was, cool, I don't have to worry about it. But if it hasn't been updated, I'm very limited in the sense that I can't use any cherry blossom or pale oak furniture, to my knowledge. I think cherry blossom maybe, but some of the stuff in my old world, you know, I wanted to use pale oak for, just because I love the white, you know. The birch is more of a sand color almost, while pale oak is white, so it complements the pink really nicely. And then you add in something like dark oak and it's just a beautiful combination, you know. It gives you very Neapolitan vanilla chocolate strawberry, and it looks really nice together. Well, that's nice to see. So looking at this, there's a village right here. This isn't as far as I needed to travel, or that I was trying to travel, but it does work. Hold on, before mobs start spawning, this is what I've been having to do, is as soon as night hits, I sleep before any mob spawns, so nothing wakes you up. Thankfully, unlike for those OGs who remember back in the day in Minecraft, zombies, skeletons, whatever could wake you up in the middle of the night, and it was such a nuisance to deal with, having to get woken up, because then you would get attacked and everything. Thankfully, I haven't noticed an issue since I started playing past few years, but I also want to make sure I stay up on my sleep for the simple fact that phantoms are probably going to be the bane of my existence. I'm sure as some of you have seen that short of the phantoms that came out of nowhere and just absolutely mutilated me because I was trying to fight that boss way too early into my playthrough. And yeah, I was like, oh, daytime, they'll despawn. But I think those were special kind of phantoms. I don't think those were normal phantoms, so it's not something I should have to worry about. But enough chit chat. I've talked your guys' ears off now, just catching you up and everything. That's kind of nice being able to do this, because I know in my old world I had a couple cool builds, but it was just dragging on. Not being able to get trophies was it was not fun, you know. I did not enjoy that. I just came from here, I'm dumb. So let me loot this village. This might be the plains biome I settle in, and we'll go from there. I don't want to build into a village though, like I did last time. I kind of want like my own thing going on, and then this will just be nearby for trading purposes. So without further ado, let's get into this Jigsaw adventure. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have arrived at our plains biome. It seems like a nice little area to kind of lie down and go with the flow. Looks like we got a couple miscellaneous structures in the distance with the village there. There was also one of those looting trial towers. You know, that's what I'm gonna call them. I don't know if that's what they're called, but trial towers. So I think this is where we're gonna set up base and go with the flow and kind of work with what we want to do, because there's a bunch of room to work with. We just got to get it built. So we're gonna work on building just a cute little thing for now, and then we're gonna upgrade it obviously later down the road, just like I did in my previous world. So we're gonna start with a little 1, 2, 3, 4, going over 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to finish it off, okay, now we can turn the rest of these into planks. Where is my... I do have to make an anvil to name these, because I lose oops, wrong wood. I lose track of them very quickly. What's what? I try to keep it organized just for my sake, but it definitely can be a little... See, I've always wanted... I wonder how this works, like a frame. Like, do I place the doors in it? I don't know. Like, it could... Oh, also, let's, I think because I can make... Oh, no. Not a thing. That's unfortunate. That's okay, though. I was gonna say, you can make cherry crafting tables. Cherry blossom crafting tables. I could not think of the name to save my life. But no, chests are still chests. So let me place that down though real quick. Start storing a bunch. Oh my god. Scared the hell out of me, bro. Really? You're the only one and you just scared me so bad. Like I said, this was gonna turn into a horror game for real, guys. For real. It's funny. It's gonna be a short for sure. God, that scared me so bad. I may or may not have enough wood. I'm hoping I do. At least just to create my little hut, if you would. Excuse me, Ram. Okay, and then that gives me... it's uneven, so I have to go out one more. Because you know how I am. It just bothers me. It has to be symmetrical, otherwise it's a no-go. Okay, there's that, and then... Okay, cool. So let's make some more... And then I am gonna try to do, some more stuff with my furniture pack. It's just a matter of what I can and cannot do, because I noticed window frames, for example, were a little funky with how they were colliding with stuff, and I wasn't entirely sure why. But, you know, something we'll work around, something we'll work with for sure. So we've arrived at the first tower, and I am assuming it's something good since it's in the middle of a village, but last time that happened it wasn't something necessarily good, so I guess... Oh, interesting. Okay, so I guess let's loot in here. Enderman tears. You know, honestly, I'll take these to disenchant for experience too. Oh, nice. That's a... Is there a third one? There is a third one. Oh, stone sword though. I guess we'll go up and see. So I found these basic ruins and ice ruin. Oh. So, okay, I can't climb up that way actually. So how does your mother get... Oh, I see. There we go. And we break. There we go. Okay. And then there's a second set of ladders. Is this supposed to be like some type of just going up around the outside? Because there's ladders, but I guess this works too. But yes, I found these in that trial tower, so I'm very curious to see what actually... Also, I gotta be very careful. I have a totem I'm dying on just in case, but... Oh, also, you see that generation of trees though? So that's also part of the better on Bedrock, is that trees have different types of generation, and it actually is really cool because they look very, very lifelike now. You know, because spruce trees are normally huge like that. Pine trees basically is what spruce trees are, I think. I don't know. I think that's Minecraft's equivalent to a pine tree. So looks like this is at the top of this tower. If this field is not filled, the name of the waystone will be default. If the name is the same as the current waystone, the old waystone will be overwritten. Name of waystone. If I get a mace, I'm gonna save it for that. Also, I'm kind of at... Wait, can I make it to the water from up here? No, there's no way. No shot I make that. No, not at all. Oops. Interesting. Okay, so let me try with my diamond pickaxe, seeing if I can break this or not. Because if so... I can. Cool. And it's like 2 blocks, that's 1. So I'm gonna put this at my house, and then I'm assuming that's just what it means. Is it's like a way to checkmark stuff.
So we're pulling up on one of the small spires that's like a looting spire, because the tall tower that I got those ender tears from, I thought there was a second one, but it was just another one of these spires. So that was quite unfortunate, but it's okay. So let's see what these are all about. Gonna go in. Oh, okay. Heard. What the hell? What the? This one's not a spawner at all. Huh? I wonder if that's just like glitchy world generation. This normally would have had one. Oh my god, this goes up forever. Holy. Oh, here we go. Here's a spawner. Zombie villagers? That's nothing. This is so much easier than the other ones because it's only one spawner. They can only spawn such a small space. This is really easy now. Okay, cool. I'm not complaining though. Honestly, I will not complain about that. Win is a win. Loot kind of sucks. Oh, all right. Oh no, it's just oh. Okay, I see. So the one I did was definitely meant more for people. This is like a baby version of the one that I did. So that's why the loot's not like amazing, but there is some starter loot, I think, is what I'm gathering. So let's see what's all the way up here. Are the stairs in the sky really other suns? Do they all go around the overworld? Are they even real? Why do the sun and the moon go around the overworld when the overworld is on a flat infinite plane?
What?
I can hear it. Hold on. Hold on. Where you at? There you are. Oh, it's a beefy one too. Nice. Oh, I love that sound. That was like music, literal music to my ears. Cool. Hunt down 8 zombies. Is that what that said? Yeah. Oh, and I have to... Interesting. Okay, anyways, I need wood. Shit! Alright, hold up. Let me just cut down a tree real quick. Don't mind that. Don't mind the lag. It's okay. Drop my axe for now. All I want, just the wood. I'll be back. Don't worry. I gotta make chests, man. I'm running out of room. I have so much shit already. And this house looks like shit. I'm over here supposed to be playing Minecraft. And you know what's going on? I can't craft enough because I'm getting too much mine. This chest. Okay. We'll go through this off camera, but for now I just want to empty this out, you know, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now let's go pick up the rest of our stuff out here real quick. And there we go. Now I'm hoping, outside of this vid, before the next one, I can track down all of, or at least one more tier of Ender, which will allow me to create whatever, well, Waystone, is that what it was called? Let's see. Overworld Waystone. Isn't that something? That's crazy to me. Like, I don't know what this means, so I want to find out. That's kind of classic. We'll have to do the interesting. Anyways, but yeah, so for this Jigsaw adventure, that is going to be it for today's video. If you are enjoying the series, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you get notifications when I upload. I'm loving the better on Bedrock so far. It just feels good, has a good rhythm to it. Did I get destroyed in the first couple tries? Yeah, sure. But I think that was also just because it was hardcore. I only died once to a better on Bedrock boss so far, and I will never die again. All right. As always, my name is Unknown Jigsaw, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Embrace the unknown.